both here, standing on business with no fear. I mean that. It's the ring champs when the smoke clears.
Danny Swift Garcia, a.k.a. Danny Montana, baby. You already know what time it is, baby. We out here in New York. Ak and Barak, those are my guys. Been knowing them for a while already, for about 10 years plus. The first time I ever kind of linked up with them, we did a show called The Pull Up, where it's like you pull up on a hater, they talking about you on the internet, and when you finally meet them, say what you gotta say now in front of me. You know, you tough on the internet, but after that, you know, there's always been love. You know, you got my number, hit me up. Like today I drove 2 hours to come down here just to do this interview with my guys. So there's always been mutual respect, mutual love, and we're gonna get this good interview in today.
Yo!
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Montana, Danny Montana. Welcome to Ring Champ.
You know what I'm saying?
You made it up though.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Yo, give him a couple dollars. Always come through for us, bro.
Yo, I drove.
You came to the spot on Jersey when we did the pull up. You ain't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
know nothing. You ain't know nothing about it. You was just trusting us, man.
That's what I was just
We
telling them.
appreciate you,
And
man.
that pull-up popped off. Your episode popped.
Yeah, it was
Everybody.
dope. Man,
How
stop
we bringing
doing that.
We're gonna bring it back.
That's a
Yeah,
hard
definitely.
thing. You know, you gotta have the right network to do it.
Yeah.
You gotta have the right network to do it, bro.
But you know,
People
your
scared of that.
episode made a lot of fighters want to be on the pull-up.
Yeah.
Everybody was calling, yo, I want to be on the
DM
pull-up.
that was
us.
fire.
Appreciate you, my
Hell
boy.
yeah.
For real, my
Same.
man.
What up, fight fans? It's your boy Ak,
And I'm Barak, the boxing bully.
and this is another episode of The Ring Champs. And today, we have one of our favorite people in the sport of boxing, our guy, friend to the room, former junior welterweight champion, former welterweight champ.
Unified at
Danny,
Junior Welter.
yes, Danny Garcia,
What's up, champ?
Philly's own.
Thanks for having me.
Yo, it's been it's been a pleasure to watch your whole career, and we've been wanting to do an official sit down. You know,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
boxing
sure.
media, you always do your little hits, but there's so much to talk about, and even outside of boxing for you. First off, the one thing I want to start off with is the way boxing is today. I know you as a fighter, right? Like the amount of money that Turkey is pouring in and
Yeah.
paying these fighters. I know you're like, damn, I wish I was a couple years later. Like, is that
Nah,
cross your mind?
I don't because I know I fell in a good window too.
Right.
You know, the
That's true.
the Showtime window.
Yep.
You know, they was paying, you know, when the money was for sure. And then PBC came, you know, Al Haymon got all that money, you know, was taking care of his fighters. We was making millions. So I'm pretty sure it was a lot of fighters. Like, I wish I was,
On that?
yeah, I wish I was on that
Yeah.
time.
Right.
So, you know, at the end of the day, boxing is all about timing. You know, he is pouring out the money and everything, but, you know, am I like, I wish I was there? I mean, I'm still here. I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's on, you know what
You
I'm
ain't
saying?
retired yet,
Yeah, not
officially.
yet.
Not yet, not
But
yet.
no, I feel like I fell in a great window myself. Like I always tell my dad that. I'm like, we found a good window in boxing. You know,
Right.
yeah. So
And also now you promoting, so you probably have some fighters that you're looking at, okay, maybe Turkey Alashek might
Exactly.
see my fighter and might get on one of his cards or something like that.
definitely, so build some fighters up,
Yeah.
and then see where it takes them.
You know, people talk about Danny and how good he's done with his money. I don't know how people know that much about your finances, right? But that's the rumors around. Like,
Instagram, baby.
No. But I'm talking about they say other fighters, yo, I'll be asking Danny for advice.
Right.
Or
A lot of fighters
Danny
do.
invest his money. He's not broke, even though he's not fighting often. First off, is that true?
Oh yeah, for sure. So for me, like, it's not really rocket science. I just bought. So like, what year was that? Like 2015, when I started making like good money, like a lot of money. I was like depositing big checks in the bank, you know, like $1 million checks.
Right.
And they would always tell me like, you should do wealth management.
Okay.
And I never did it because people used to tell me growing up in the hood, it was like, don't buy stock, you lose your money. You do that. You
Right.
buy, you lose money. You, like, you know, it's like, it's too risky.
Right.
And my dad always told me buy real estate. So all I really did was, you know, I finally did the wealth management thing. They sat me down, like a table of people, and I'm sitting around, I'm like, damn, these
You
people,
say they, who you mean?
like
Bankers?
the wealth management. Yeah, they got a wealth management, got a department where it's like, I guess for like the 1% of the world.
Right.
I sat in a room and it's like a table of people, and one guy life insurance, one guy's trust,
Right.
one guy is this, one guy is that, one guy's an investor, a banker, and I just started putting all my money in there as I was
Spreading
going.
it.
So whatever I had put in there 10 years ago is double today.
Really?
Yeah. So like,
So you
thank
still
God I
made
did
the
it.
money off of those investments? Like
Yeah, I live off my investments. I never touch I never touched.
Principal.
Yeah, I get monthly payouts, insurance payouts every month. 10 years ago, I bought a lot of real estate, and then I invested my money in the stocks and bonds. So everything from 10 years ago is double today.
Wow.
So whatever I paid in taxes or all the money I spent and messed up,
Right.
I got that back and just the investments of my stock portfolio, and then what's that called when your property grow interest, like
equity?
Yeah, equity. Yeah, grew
so
equity.
you bought a lot of property.
Yeah,
as well.
so like back in it, like in 2013, right? Say if you got 10 million, you would have to have $10 million to buy what I bought back then for like 2 million.
Oh, really? Today?
Yeah, cause
so a lot of your properties you still own and gain a lot of.
That's
equity.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Wow.
So like the property I bought in the first property I bought in PA, I bought it for like 365,000. Yeah. It has 3 acres, 8,000 square feet. That same building is worth 2 million.
Wow, today.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So do you have rental income coming in? From
yeah, for sure.
Well?
Yeah. Well, that's that. They live in that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I got that's it. Real estate and stock. That's it. And it doubled over the last 10 years. And it's going to double again in the next 10 years. It's going to keep doubling.
So what's the smartest investment you've made that really paid off?
The smartest investment, I think, just real estate and stock. I tell fighters this: if you got like a promising career where it's like you're gonna have 10 years in front of you and you know you're gonna keep making money, I would just invest the whole thing, because as you're fighting, that is gonna keep growing and you're never gonna have to worry about going broke, because over the next 10 years you're making new money, you invested the whole thing, and when the 10 years pass, that's gonna be double. So if you made 10 million in another 10 years, it'll be 20 million.
But it's hard to tell a young fighter who comes from nothing, right, to not want to go buy a Rolls Royce or watch or AP.
No, you could definitely. You could treat yourself for sure. But I would say buy a little something, but invest the whole thing, because as we all know, like boxing's not forever. You know, like when the pandemic hit, everybody was like, "Yo,
starving.
Like what's going on? Like that could happen again." You know what I mean?
You were good during the pandemic.
I fought 2 times that year. I made the most money ever during the pandemic. So I was blessed, you know.
Right.
But I would just say stay away from businesses in the beginning, because businesses, like you gotta be there every day. You gotta invest your time. You gotta trust other people with things, you know. So, and if you never ran a business, your family never really ran a business, is like, you know, you're gonna lose a lot of money.
Right.
So I would just do the safe route. You know, long-term things, real estate and stock. That's it.
That's incredible. I think the best investment really was you just being in the gym.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's my best investment, is me being a boxer. If it wasn't for boxing, I wouldn't have none of this.
But what about all those businesses you do have? You know, I heard about Dunkin' Donuts, or even the barbershops and studios.
The Dunkin' Donuts thing, that was my friend and Jeff. He owned like eight stores. He had got like a territory out there. Right. So he used to pay me to go out there and like promote them. Gotcha. So I never owned the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So what about the detail shop, the body shop? Is that still going?
That's still here. We already had that for like 12 years.
Wow.
You know, that's more for the community though. Right. That's just, you know, the barbers, you know, they need that. You know, that's their career.
What about a bad investment you made that made you lose money, a lot of money?
2 medical marijuana investments.
Really?
Yeah.
How much money did you put into that?
The first one was 150,000, and then the second one was 100,000.
And what went wrong?
The first one was like medical, when it became medical.
Right.
In Pennsylvania, I tried to get it's called a vertical license, where you could grow it, do dispensaries and everything. Right. But it's just like, it was too.
You didn't get the license?
I didn't get the license. We didn't get the license. It was me and some other people. It wasn't even about money, because it had people who was billionaires on the team, you know. But when at the end they score you like all these different categories,
right.
And we had the less minorities. So the more minorities you got on your team, the better of a chance you got.
You mean white people messed it all up for you?
Yeah. It was only me and my homie who was black.
Everybody else is white. So we need some diversity.
Yeah, but we thought, since, you know, we was in there, because that's how we got in the picture anyway, because they needed us. You know, they had the money.
Those faces.
Yeah, so they needed the minorities, but when it came down to it, the state was like, no, that's not enough. And that's how we didn't get that.
Well, you could have called us. We would have joined the team.
No. I ain't doing no marijuana.
But things like that. Another thing is, like, a lot of people going to come to you with ideas.
Right.
When you get money. And you're young, and people going to tell you, yo, I could do this, I could do that.
Right.
I wouldn't do none of that.
Yeah.
So have you made that mistake, though, outside of the marijuana thing?
Besides the marijuana thing, nah, I never really.
I know one of your boys came up to you like, Danny, I got this idea. We could catch this lick. Like,
well, my friends, when it comes to my friends, I never miss business and friendship. So when one of my friends come and ask me, y'all got an idea, I'm just going to give it to him. Like, here, you figure that out. Yeah.
Oh, so you'll give your friends money and stuff?
Yeah. If somebody come up with an idea, look, if it blows up or whatever, then break me off in the
future. But if not, don't come back asking for more.
Yeah, it's like you that's what it is. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy.
Any of your friends like took some of your money and did good with it?
No.
Probably not.
They tried. But
because at one point you had you still got the music studio.
The music. I still got the studio, so that's like unlimited. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The resources are there, but
it's
like it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Like I could tell you how to be a world champion, right? I could tell you everything I did to be a world champion. I could tell you, step by step, what I did. But simply, you just might not be built like me.
Right.
You know. You might not have my mindset. You might not have what I got, you know, what drives me.
Right.
So you could tell somebody how to be that thing, but you still got to be built like them, you know?
What up, Fight Fam? It's your boy Ak, and you know we have some incredible fights coming your way. We had to team up with the squad at DraftKings for Canelo Crawford. This matchup, it's probably the best matchup in boxing in the last 10 to 15 years. And the closer we get to the fight, the closer the odds gets, at least in barbershops, in boxing gyms. When this fight initially was announced, people were saying that Crawford was nuts for going up to 168. And as time goes on, more people are becoming believers that Crawford could upset Canelo even at 168, but it won't be an easy task. When I tell you this is a fight that you don't want to miss, trust when I tell you. Go to DraftKings, see what they have to offer. Make sure when you sign up, use the promo code ATSFights. The crown is yours. Check out all that DraftKings has to offer via the app or the website. What are you waiting for? Why are you still standing there? Go download the DraftKings app right now. New customers, use the promo code ATSFights. Level up your fight night experience.
So what about Swift Promotions? Because, you know, as a promoter, we know, speaking to so many different promoters, that you don't really make money at a certain level with these fighters. So you're really building the fighters up the way, you know, promoters did for you. Like Oscar De La Hoya and them did for you.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
they're not
definitely
making money off of them early. So how's that going?
It's definitely an investment.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely an investment. It's definitely a risk. You know, I think the hardest thing about it is in the beginning is like fighters think they're worth more than what they are without no credentials.
Why do you think that? Because what are they seeing?
I just think social media and everything is like everybody living this lavish lifestyle. You know, other fighters are making some good money, and people get, I don't know what it is, but a lot of people would just think they're worth more than what they are with no resume. And boxing is like, it's all about resume. It's what you've done and who you fought.
Right.
You know, that's what boxing, that's what gets you the big payday.
When did you know in your career you was the man and you need to get the big bucks? After what fight?
I felt like after I beat Morales, but I did like
the first time.
I'm the champion of the world. I need these millions. I only made $175K for that fight.
For that first fight?
Yeah, for that first fight.
When's the first time you touched the M? Which fight?
I fought Amir Khan. I made $500,000 that fight.
What?
Yeah, unification fight. Now fighters are making
unification fight at
fighters
140.
are making millions these days off unification fights.
So did you ever feel like you were worth more than you really were?
Hell
like with your promoters?
Which fight did you touch an M? I mean,
my first fight, the rematch with Morales, I made $1 million.
You spent them.
Yeah, when I knocked his ass out. Yeah, I'm like,
Barclays.
One of the most
crazy
viral knockouts ever.
Yeah, that's the first time.
2012. 2012.
And was
13 years ago.
Was that the? Man, you still look young. Was that the money?
Good. I feel good, man. I'm ready to go again.
Was that when you started investing? Like after like the Morales fights?
Yeah.
Even before you got to the millions, you was putting your money up.
I was already buying stuff. I would go we'll go back to my old neighborhood. That's like where I'm from in Juniata, where the gym is at.
Right, yeah.
You could back then, 10 years ago, you could buy a house for $75,000.
Wow.
You could buy properties around there. We bought like 4 or 5 of them. We still got them.
You know, we
like said, they like 200,000 today.
Wow.
We talked to Bud recently. He said that he's at the point in his life now where he's okay with saying no to family and friends when they ask for money, right? Because he was so giving at first. Have you reached that point where it's easy for you to be like, if somebody call you, yo, I need this? Nah.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. Isn't that like people will ask you because they know you got it, and I feel like that's not cool.
It's not.
You feel me? Like, because we have our own life too.
Right.
Like we might have just spent 20,000. We don't want to spend another 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like it's about timing when you ask the person. But I feel like if you need a favor, you're supposed to ask somebody like, you're really close to first. Or
Right.
somebody, you know what I mean? You just don't go to the person you know they got
you
the money.
know got the money.
Yeah, at that point it's like shit.
And plus
then,
for you to
and there's like 10 years of favors. Like damn, bro. It's like, all right, you using me now. I gotta find a way to not answer your phone call no more.
You ever been surprised that you maybe loaned some money and you actually got it back? Has that ever happened?
I never got my money back.
Never got a.
Never.
So that's why you don't loan no more. You just say, yeah.
If you need money,
yeah.
like if you ask me for 2,000, right?
Yeah.
And I give you 2,000. How I expect you to pay me back 2,000 if you didn't ever have the 2,000 in the first place?
Maybe.
Like I know you're not gonna go make that 4,000 and then come back and give me 2,000.
Right.
Right.
So you just giving it away.
Yeah, go 2,000, bro. 2 mans, go.
But look, I need
Watch
2,000, bro.
I need 3.
My pop always told me this: the fastest way to get somebody out your life, you loan them money. If you lend a friend money and they don't pay you back, they ain't gonna call you. You basically pay for the to get out your life. Yeah, you pay your friend to get out your life.
Nah, he'll still call you.
Yeah.
You owe me money for years. He'll still call you.
That's a lie. I don't owe
No,
anybody
so-
anything.
You know, that's why I don't lend my friends money. Cause I you know, we have a friendship. I don't want to lose my friendship over no money.
Right. You know, you put like Philly on the map. You know, you got your B-Hops of the world, but you had a run where Philly was on your back, you know, and when I think of Philly, I think of like the AIs, right? Allen Iversons and B-Hop and athletes that kind of carried that city. When you go out in the Philly streets, do people still show you that love?
Yeah, definitely. People love me. I remember when I was pumping my gas and some dude came up. He was like, "Yo, you was like Allen Iverson. Like you was the only thing we had.
Wow.
Like you was the biggest thing since Allen Iverson." That was his words.
Wow.
He said
How'd
to
that
me.
make you feel?
And to me, that meant a lot because I loved Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
You know, he inspired me to be a great athlete. You know how he was an underdog. He was pound for pound. He was too smart.
He was hated on.
Yeah, all that stuff. He was he just did what he wanted.
Do you remember when like you were a kid in Philly watching AI play? You ever
I
went to any of the games?
remember all that stuff. I never went to the games because
No,
I was
couldn't afford it.
No, I was from the hood. I was just like, yeah.
Just watching it on TV.
Watching it on TV. So, yeah, I never went to a sports game, none of that
So
stuff
you
when I
never
was
like
young.
got, as a kid, you never got a chance to meet him, see him.
I
in
never
person?
met nobody who was rich and famous till I became successful.
Wow. Out of
Long
Philadelphia,
story
even
short,
in
I never
Philly.
met.
Crazy.
I never met one person who was successful or rich until I became successful.
You've met AI now and
Oh,
had
I
a
mean,
relationship.
we went out we partied together and everything.
What was that like the first time you actually got a chance to have an interaction with him and thinking about all of those years watching?
No, it was crazy because it was like he was just, telling us how he felt, like, like real conversations.
Like he was a fan of you.
Yeah, like he felt comfortable around us, so it was like, yo, that's amazing. It's
Was he
crazy. I
always
never
one of
thought
your-
that.
Was he always one of your favorite basketball players?
Yeah, definitely.
He's
Allen
almost
Iverson.
everybody's
He's everybody's
favorite.
favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Allen
that's
Iverson
true.
was my
Because
favorite
he was a
basketball
rebel,
player.
you know.
He was one of mine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, right now you're a promoter, you're a businessman, and all of this. But has anybody in all of this time ever come back to you and say, even though you could promote your own fight, come on, you have any more in you?
I do got more in me. I ain't gonna lie. Pause, right? Yeah. We can't.
Has anybody
you
come
can't
to
say
you?
nothing like that no
Any
more.
of these
Yeah, you can't
promoters?
say nothing.
Nah, you can't say nothing but that type of stuff.
Any promoters or networks ever
Offer
come to you
you.
and say, Danny, what you got? We got this fight for you. We got that for you.
I think people are just respect, like people know how much my loyalty to Dow Haymon. I just don't need people like.
And still to
Danny's-
this day?
Yeah, because I hear rumors all the time, like, should we, is Al gonna, how does Al gonna feel?
Yeah, but I've heard negative rumors too about Al and the struggles and stuff like that. Like, so Wilder's not even affiliated with Al anymore, right? And that was his guy. Al made Wilder turn down $120 million from the zone. He was loyal to Al. So many situations where he was loyal. Now, to my understanding, they don't even have a relationship, right? Daniel Jacobs went to Matchroom, did his thing. He gave his blessings,
Right.
but there's life after Al Haymon.
Yeah, definitely. So like I'm saying, if he gives the blessing,
Right.
at the end of the day, I'm my own businessman right now, so I can do whatever I
You
want.
do what you want.
Somebody call me, say, you want to come fight this guy? I'm my own bussman. I can say yes or
Yes,
no.
sir.
I don't have to report to no one.
But you would
I'm
consider
on-
him and talk to him about it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do nothing for somebody who actually made me who I am and,
Right.
paid me.
Right.
I'm not gonna just go behind your back
And slide
and
in.
go and do a fight for some money. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
Well,
worth
you
it.
might be getting set the fuck up.
Right.
I'm definitely ain't gonna do that.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
So it was like you could go chase a little money, but you're gonna have to go define the odds on some
So
crazy
he
shit.
would always be your
You know, so
advisor to some
Deontay did
degree.
go again. He did go do his own thing, but you see, it wasn't in his favor. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So he did protect you at the same. He didn't make you the heavyweight champion of the world, and he did protect you. So when you don't have in boxing, when you don't have representation,
People that
and
care
you go
about
do
you.
your own thing, most likely it's not going to be in your best benefits. You're going to get the money, but it's not going to, you know what I'm
Favor
saying?
you, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to come in as like,
So you feel
saying?
like Al's always protected you to some degree and make sure you were good.
I feel like he protected all his fighters. He always put every fighter in a win-win situation, even if you won or you lost.
Yeah, see, but you got to explain that because people are going to take this clip and they're going to say that Al put fighters in against fighters that they can beat and that's it. Because
No,
that's what it sounded like when you say protect. That's
Well, he
also.
said
When I
win
said-
or lose.
You got to. I know, but he still
So
got to
it's
clear
like
that up.
like me and Thurman, we fought, right?
Yeah.
2 undefeated fighters. Yeah, I lost, but it was 2 undefeated fighters, and that's a fight. That's what I mean.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a win-win.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
lost on paper, but it was a great fight.
Great fight.
2
You made
undefeated
money.
fighters, and none of us got hurt. Cause why? We was on the same level. You know what I mean?
Right.
We both made a lot of money, and we just, it was what it was. And that's what I mean by that.
Okay.
He's gonna put you against a fighter like on your level. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, can you set this record straight? There's another rumor that people say you always get paid more than what's on paper with Al Haymon. Like, he tells you this what you're going to get, and then when it's all said and done at the dressing room, you get a bigger check. Is that true?
I don't want to say that. I can't say that.
You can't say that?
But, I don't know.
That's a yes. But he ain't saying it.
Listen, I don't want to say stuff like that.
No, but there's a reason why Barak's always bringing this up. There's a reason why Al Haymon fighters, in most cases, are always happy and say, Al was good with me.
They don't
Al
say
take
bad
care of
things
me.
about
Don't say
Al.
bad.
But he's genuine though. He cares about fighters. Is what I also hear, not
Right.
just money. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's always looked out for me.
Have you
So
ever
I
asked him
can't-
business advice, like financial advice?
I just feel like he got too much going on. I don't
Yeah.
even want to ask him and bother him. You know what I mean?
When's the last time you spoke to Al?
Last time I spoke to Al, when my dad had a stroke. Yeah, he
long
called
ago
me.
was
He
that?
was like, it was like a year ago.
He called
A year
you.
ago. Yeah, but we always in contact because like somebody would call me like, Al said this, Al said that.
Okay.
So I don't try to bother him.
He hasn't offered you any opportunities for fights in the last year or so? No.
No, I mean, if I called, like, y'all want to fight, they'll make me
He'll
a fight.
make it happen.
But they probably think I'm not even thinking about boxing.
Right. So do you think Al would be honest enough to tell a fighter, look, I think you should hang it up?
I think he does. Yeah,
Think he does
I
to
think
some
he will.
fighters?
I think he'll tell you.
He hasn't
tell
said
you.
that to you, though.
No, he didn't say that to me, but I think he does. I think he will.
It's Al.
Or somebody who comes to you like, you did this, you did that. I think.
Yeah. Was Meeting Al the best thing that ever happened to you in the sport?
Yeah, definitely. So I feel like I said before, when PBC kicked off in 2015, that was a 10-year run. He could have gave that to anybody else he wanted.
Yeah.
He gave it to me though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, I'm gonna take care of you. That could have been anybody else. That's how you gotta look at it in boxing. It's like they doing it because like you can fight, but it's like it's a
There's
connection.
so many other guys.
Yeah, it's like it's who they like.
Yeah.
That's what I be trying to tell the people.
You know, when
what I
it
mean?
comes to you, though, right?
It's just the game.
So I have to say this because when that split happened with Golden Boy and PBC, right? The Golden Boy side was like, yo, Danny was our fighter. You know what I'm saying? We made Danny. We promoted Danny from scratch, and he just split with Al and the whole PBC thing. Tell me about that whole scenario back then.
What I could tell you is this. I remember, I forgot who I just beat. I knocked somebody out. And my dad knew that I guess the contract was over because we spoke to Al on the phone.
Right.
And was like, yo, let's resign with Golden Boy and just try to get like a big signing bonus or something. Danny been working hard his whole career. He deserved a bonus,
Right.
And then Al was like, nah, I got better plans for you. Cause we didn't know about, nobody knew about PBC yet.
Okay.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah,
there
nobody
was no,
knew.
There was no PBC.
Yeah,
then.
so when my pops was trying to get the bonus because he was like, look, you deserve a bonus. You've been fighting your whole life.
Right.
You deserve a little
Extra bread.
Yeah, so let's try to re-sign with Golden Boy, get a bonus and redo this deal. They was treating you good and all that
Right.
stuff. And he just said, no, we got better plans for you. and that's when they announced PBC. But I think Matisse was my last fight with Golden Boy, I believe.
2013?
Yeah, so I didn't even know my contract was up. I'm over here fighting, you know. But Al had the relationship with Richard. Yep. You know, they were just moving around, you know, doing their thing. And that's what happened.
Did you ever have a conversation with Oscar, Eric Gomez about it afterwards? Like, were you guys on good terms?
I mean, it was never no Eric Gomez. He's the one who got me with Golden Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was the one. Him and Shelly Finkel went to the trials, and they're the ones who like
scouted you.
Yeah. So that's how I got signed with Golden Boy. But I don't think Oscar really started to know who I was until I started to beat the bigger fighters. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, Oscar was doing what he was doing back then.
Right. So he wasn't.
So I don't think he was. I tell people this: if Oscar was more involved, like the way he is today,
right,
I think none of his fighters would have left him. You know, because
really?
I think he's more involved and he loves what he does now. Like he's into it now.
Well, he said it that he finally took control of his life.
Exactly.
And he loves boxing, passionate about it.
So I think.
So you think maybe you wouldn't have left him either?
I wouldn't say like when I went with PBC, I didn't even know I was leaving Golden Boy. Oh, you understand?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You just thought it was one big family.
Yeah. So I didn't know that Golden Boy was gonna be out the picture.
But did you hear those rumors, like people saying, like, damn, Danny shitted on Oscar or Golden Boy? Did you ever hear that? Because I heard.
No, I seen things like they took his fighters and stuff like that. But that's not how I looked at it back then.
Right.
Because I just thought, you know, we doing that big thing. We don't know who the promoter's gonna be. Because PBC is not a promoter.
I know.
They're just like an entity, you know what I mean?
You were still with Al, so nothing really changed for you.
Exactly.
That you saw.
Exactly. Because my connection, my relationship was with Al Haymon.
Right.
It's like we made these big fights. Exactly. I never spoke to nobody over there. You understand? Got you. I never spoke to Oscar like, yo, I'm about to fight Matisse. Right. Yo, I'm about to fight Khan. I never spoke to him ever about nothing. So this is the person, Al Haymon. I'm talking to him, building a relationship with him, making these big fights. So my loyalty's with him.
Right. It could be any promoter after this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of things up.
Yeah, that's how that basically went.
I want to talk about Adrien Broner because he was somebody that came up with you as well. And Oscar is another one that he was on a lot of Golden Boy cards, and he was an Al Haymon guy. He was involved in big fights, and he's made big money. Mm-hmm. Why are you where you are and Adrien Broner is where he is? What's the disconnect? Like, and I don't know his finances per se, but the rumors are out there. He's not doing well.
I don't know. Yeah. That's something probably you're gonna have to ask him, but maybe I can't really speak for another man. Right. You know, I don't know what he has or what he doesn't have. But maybe it's just guidance. Right. And sometimes when you're making a lot of money, you don't want to listen.
I mean,
that's all I can say.
He's a 4-division champ.
That's true.
He's the youngest 4-division champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he really was special.
I guess because he
but you know, it is easy to mess the money up.
He could do so much more, right? That's how good he was.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it just happened too quick for him. He was the youngest 4-division world champion, making millions. You gotta understand, we all come from the streets. I'm from North Philly. He from Cincinnati. You start making money, you're not even thinking about 10 years from now. You're not thinking about being 35. I can't believe I'm 37. Like I was just 24, killing shit. You feel me?
Killing it.
Killing shit.
You know, it's like time go by so fast. You not really think about the future. That's why I tell people is like, thank God I sat down with the bank. Thank God my dad made me buy real estate. It was just a little bit of guidance you need, but you can't have access to all your money.
Maybe that's
because
what it is. And
if you have access to all your money, it's like. I didn't know how much money I spent until I got like a credit card where I started putting everything on the credit card, and then at the end of the month it'll show you. I'm like, I spent all that.
What's the most you ever spent in 1 month? And you like look back and say, wow.
Man, I spent like 100,000, 150,000 a month. Yeah.
You know,
just doing dumb shit.
Richardson Hitchens told us
just having fun.
Yeah.
Like not even nothing crazy. I'm not even talking about buying jewelry.
What's having fun?
Just going
out with your friends, taking vacations with your girl. Go to 5-star restaurants.
That's not regular stuff, too.
That's fun.
That's regular.
Yeah.
That's regular, just at a nice level.
Yeah, like at a higher level. You go to Carbone, spend 6,000.
Yeah. But in 1 month, 150,000.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot. But I stopped doing that. You know, I try to be smart now.
But when you stop doing that, how does everybody act around you? Because they was a part of that.
I'll tell you one thing. You start to realize, like, even Adrien might realize, is like, you get to a point in your life, it's like, wait, am I paying for my friend? Am I paying to have friends?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm paying to have friends.
Crazy. That's crazy. But I'm saying that's
I'm
what
paying to have because I ain't got it. All right, I got you, bro. Boom. I got you. Come on.
So you caught
Let's
yourself
take this
being that
flight.
way as well, like at times.
Then it's like you get to a point. It's like you got your own family, you got your own kids. It's like I'm paying for grown men to come have fun with me.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody.
I'm like, yo, babe, can I ask you a question? I don't want to pay for men no more. Can I just have? If I pay for anybody, I'd be some bitches. Shit.
Yo, but but Danny,
let's fix this shit up real quick.
Maybe you got too many broke friends that can't.
No, it's not about that. I mean, you got your day ones.
Yeah, that's true.
You got people. You know, your day ones. You know, everybody not gonna be. One thing I learned about this shit. Everybody not gonna be rich.
Right.
Everybody not meant to be rich.
Right.
Everybody it's a job for everybody in this world. You gotta find your niche and go for it. You know, some jobs you gotta work harder, you get paid less. Boxing, you could die in the ring, but you get the reward. But everybody want to be rich. It's like everybody got so much pride, they don't want to be regular.
But you inspire your friends. You've reached a certain level of wealth, so that's an inspiration.
I'm not even talking about my friends. I'm talking about in general.
General, yeah.
But I got my day one friends. But yeah, I mean, you do see certain people stop coming around when you stop paying that bill. It's like, damn, bro, you used to come on every trip when I paid for it. But now it's like when come on, let's go on this trip. Oh, bro, I ain't got it. So now you just waiting for me to say, bro, I got you.
Have you ever been broke and any fighter ever took care of you? Like, hit you with some bread, like, before you started making real money?
Never.
Nobody. Haymon?
No, nobody ever gave me no money.
You were never really broke like that.
Well,
no, I'm talking about before.
Like,
you mean way back in
when I signed with Golden Boy, when I signed with Golden Boy, they gave me $75K.
Okay, signing bonus.
So that was 2006, so that was a lot.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah, but
I stretched that motherfucker.
See, you stretched
I never blew that shit. I always
in.
had that. I never had less than 100K since I was 17 years old.
Really?
Because the first time, my like I told you, when I got that 75K bonus, I went and bought a row home in Philly, like in my neighborhood for 35K. Me and my dad put 10 bands into it. We was in at 45. We sold it for 90. We did that 2 times.
Wow. So you flipped that money right away.
We did 2 flips right away. And that's when I got a little
So
six
you've never
figures.
been a dummy spending money like crazy.
I know, I fucked some money up.
Like
I
what?
did. But I never been like, since I was 17 years old, I never seen less than 6 figures in my account.
What's the dumbest thing you ever spent money on?
Like strip clubs and shit like that. Just having fun, throwing money in the air. Stuff, regular stuff like that. And then like the medical marijuana investment, you know what I mean? That was dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
But I tell people this, like, yeah, you could get a $10 million check, right? That's $10 million. But after you pay your corner, after you pay whoever you got to pay, you might be down to 7.5 million. Then the IRS comes.
Right.
Now it's another 3.5 million. You got 3 million left out of 10 million.
Yeah,
that's how you gotta look at this shit.
Yeah.
It ain't never always 10 million. You know what I mean?
What if a fighter does, like, let's say Adrien Broner, because Hitchens told us he spends a lot of money on his friends, right? Like you said, sometimes you gotta buy your friends. What if a fighter reached out to you like, Danny, I'm effed up right now, like, I
have fighters do that.
So you have helped fighters?
Yeah, I help fighters. I ain't gonna say no names.
I'm not gonna ask no names,
no, but I
put
have
nobody out there.
About time.
Yeah.
Fighters we would know.
I can't say.
No,
you would know. You would know. You a boxing. You know about boxing. Right. You know what I mean? Man. But yeah, I help people. You know, so
a lot of boxers came to us and say that you a real dude. You know what I'm saying? We know some of them that told us that you helped them, or you're helping them with some kind of business advice, or even partner up with them in business.
I be telling people, I'm like, let's partner up. I'll take the chance with you.
Right.
You know I mean, because I'm all about, taking chances. If it makes sense, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
But if some regular Joe Blow dude come out of nowhere and be like, yo, I got an idea, it's like.
I do have a good business idea I want to talk to you after the camera. No, but I'm being serious about that. But look, you said you're about to open up a bar type of restaurant in Philly.
Like a bar lounge.
What's it called?
It's called Box Lounge.
So it's like a boxing themed bar.
Yeah, so what I wanted to do, basically, I'm gonna put like pictures of all the Philly fighters and stuff like that, because there's like nothing in Philly like for fighters. Okay. So I want it to be like where it's like something like this, where you could come and like be like a museum type thing, drink a little bit, feel like you're in a little historic place. Right. You might see Joe Frazier or like something like that. Just something dedicated to the fight. Stuff. Yeah, something to the where it's like, cause people come from all around the world to the gym. and they want to take pictures with the mural. They want to see the barbershop. It's like a little trademark or something like that.
You have like a menu based on fighters or something like that. The marvelous mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I was thinking about something like that. My brother was telling me stuff like a drink should be like low blow or something.
Right, yeah. You know, that's interesting because people go to Philly and just go to the Rocky statue, having a different place to go to that represents boxing.
Right. I want to dedicate it to
in
boxing.
the city. So when is that opening up?
I was supposed to have been open, but like I said, challenges with like L&I and stuff like that. I just feel like they're making it hard for me.
Really?
But I don't want to say nothing. You know, I get it.
Like the city, the permits and all of that stuff.
I get it. I'm a young Puerto Rican from the hood. You don't want me to come mess the neighborhood up.
They don't want to see you win like said.
Unless it's marijuana, you need more Puerto Ricans.
Right.
Y'all ain't got enough. Y'all ain't got enough minorities.
Nah, but it's a challenge. We almost there though. I just hired a little lawyer to get these last couple permits, and I should be good.
Right. Have you ever cheated on your barber? Because a lot of people say he got the best hairline in boxing.
I cheated on him last night.
Last night?
Because he said he couldn't come. Yeah. He couldn't do my regular cut, so I took a chance.
You've been getting the same haircut
for
double-digit years.
Yes, the Danny Garcia. I was thinking about that. I need to change my haircut.
For double-digit.
Next time you see me, I have cornrows.
I see you had the beard one time. You chopped it off.
Cause look, man, people come to I'm with the Danny Garcia haircut. It's like,
really?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, people say that. Oh, so it's like, you go to North Philly, you see everybody with this haircut. It's 500,000 Danny Garcias in North Philly.
We was in your barbershop. We was in your barbershop 12 years ago.
Same
and
cut.
You got that same cut. Yeah. You know what's funny? He sat down and said, "Nah, I can't go to other."
Was he getting a haircut?
Yeah, he was getting a haircut.
Yeah.
And when he got out of the seat, I was like, kind of looked the same as before you said that.
You want to know an interesting story that day, right?
Man, I gotta switch it. I do gotta switch it. But I let my unibrow grow in now. So that's some change. Yeah, I'm letting it grow in. Trying to show some masculinity.
After we did that listen, Danny, that was World Star Hip Hop. And you was like, after the shoot, you was like, yo, let's hit the strip club. And me and my cousin, Dennis, was like, yeah, let's go. Barak was like, nah, I don't do strip clubs. I don't do strip clubs. And then Danny looked like, hey, this shit is serious. So we wound up not going. Right. I called
stopped everybody.
I was like, Barak, what's wrong with you?
But you was married to something, right? That's why?
Married to Jesus, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I called him then. I was like, Barak, I wanted to go to the strip club. Why you messing?
He did say that. He did say that.
I remember that, man.
He said, I said, my bad. I just tell the truth all the time, man.
This is like who I am. Like, I'm not saying the haircut. Yeah. I'm saying like me as a person, I got a problem with holding on to shit. Like, I gotta stop doing that.
Right.
Like, I hold all my clothes. Like, I'm like, I gotta change this shit. Like, my closet.
You a hoarder?
Yeah, my closet had all not like crazy, but like I'll see T-shirts from 10 years ago. I'm like, damn, I remember I was.
You don't want to give it away.
Yeah, I was, I wore that after I beat Amir Khan.
It meant something to you.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I gotta stop being like this. I took all this old shit. I just bagged that shit up. I just started throwing shit away.
But you gotta give it away then.
So now that was my first step towards not holding on to shit.
Even like that chain,
even like bad things in my life, I hold on to it because I always like see the good and stuff.
Right.
But it's like I don't want to be like that anymore.
Like friends and everything.
Everything. I just want to just like, man, this shit not good for me. I'm gone. Yeah. I ain't never gonna wear that shit ever again. Why am I holding on to it?
You have a baldy next week?
Oh shit! I'm going.
Nah.
On me, I'll go to Turkey before I get a baldy shit.
I got my flight next week.
I'm going to Turkey.
My barber, he got a baldy.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, let me treat you to a little turkey trip.
Oh, you willing to say?
Yeah, I'm like,
you've been my dude.
I said you been my barber for 10 years. I was like, I'll get you. I'll do the hair transplant for you. Wow. He was like, no, I'm good. I'm like, but you wearing toupees and shit.
Oh, he wearing toupees?
He did a couple times.
Oh, how you blowing him up like that, bro?
He wearing toupees.
Everybody know who your barber is.
Nah, he knows that though. He put that shit on the internet.
Damn.
It's public knowledge.
I guess it's cool now.
I was just talking.
I'm gonna stay with the
baldy.
baldy.
If a girl can wear a lace front, right?
with the baldy.
I mean, why can't you wear like a little toupee?
I don't care what anybody says.
That's a catfish.
Or if a girl get a BBL, why you can't go get your little abs done and shit like that? If they could do it, we could do it.
Catfishing?
Bro, because I'm from the street, bro. I can't do stuff like that. I can't.
What, like a toupee?
Nah, I don't know if I could do that. I know I can't do that.
You see Gilly and Wallow, they be wearing that joint in the interviews?
They be playing around.
Yeah.
Those dudes is hilarious. What you do?
That's my guy
shout
right
out to Gilly.
That's my guy.
So talk about the new Philly, the crop of fighters out of Philly, like Boots, Cool Boy Steph. Like, how far can Boots go? Can he be pound for pound one of the top fighters in the world, 1, 2, or 3 at some point?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's already around there. Like, he's looking to crack that top 10.
Right.
You know, with the right win, I think he'll get in there.
Right. How do you feel
I
about
think
him
that's
going
what-
up to 154 and maybe people want to see him and Vergil Ortiz?
I think that's the fight. I mean, you win that fight, you definitely in the top 10 to me.
Right.
You know,
Oh, for sure.
That's a young champion, a young killer just like you.
Right.
And that's what's gonna make that's what makes good fights. Young, hungry fighters.
Right.
That's when you know there's gonna be a fight, you know?
Right.
They fighting for legacy, they fighting for that. They want that big bag. They want to be a champion. They want all that stuff. So that fight right there is probably would be like a fight of the year type fight.
Who wins?
That's a fact.
I think Boots beats him just because Vergil he can fight, but I think he's gonna be in front of him. He's gonna be in front of Boots, and that's his style.
Right.
His tailor-made style for him.
So name a couple of your fighters, young fighters that you're bringing up, that eventually we're gonna really know them.
Well, I got David Garcia, little David Garcia from Arizona. He's 16 years old.
I seen
Okay.
him before,
He's
yeah.
5-0. I got Quincy Williams from Washington, D.C. He's 5-0. And then I got Christian Cangelosi. He fought 2 times at the Barclays Center already.
Right.
Well, one he fought
I didn't
in
know he was
Vegas,
signed to you.
Vegas. Yeah, he signed to me.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are my top 3 guys right there.
Okay.
But I'm looking for new talent. If you could rumble, if you could fight your ass off, and you got some type of star quality, holler at me, man. I'm trying to get the next star.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
And if you see it on
Yeah.
here, we get 5%.
Right, right.
Call us first and we'll make the call for you.
Listen, I want to get into something serious real quick. So there's another Garcia, right, who's a star. Ryan Garcia, right? Recently, he's went on a rant attacking Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar was just on recently talking about him needing help, right? You've been vocal about mental health and you've suffered from things, and it seems like you're in a good place. I don't know mentally, but are there times where you still are suffering from anything?
Yeah,
mentally?
sometimes, yeah, for sure. Every day not a good day.
Right.
You know that. Every day not a good day. But it's like you learn how to deal with it and live with it, really.
What helps you get through it?
You just gotta stay positive. You know, try your best to stay positive and just get through the day. Tomorrow gonna be a better day.
What is it though? Somebody has reached so much success and you're so loved and revered. What depresses you? What puts you in that state?
Just everything, life. Like, you know, I've been fighting since I was a kid. You know, you gotta understand, I've been fighting with my bare hands. I'm not bare hands, but
Yeah.
I've
With
been
your hands,
blood,
yeah.
sweat, and tears, you know, trying to fight my way out the hood to make a better life for my family since I was 7 years old.
But you've done that.
30 years of doing that. Of being nervous before the fight.
Right.
Training, sparring, running, pushing yourself to the limit. The things you love the most sometimes can hurt you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would have never probably been depressed if it wasn't for boxing. Because that's what made me feel that way. You know, just like, just wanting it so bad and just doing whatever you gotta do to friggin' win. You know what I mean? Because it's not about you. You gotta understand, every fighter, if you fighting for yourself, you won't be fighting.
Right.
You fighting for a different cause, a different purpose. You fighting for, I don't know, your mom, your dad, your brother, whatever you're trying to do. That's what you're fighting for. You don't want to let people down. And if you're the only person in your family got the shot to change it, all that pressure's on you. You know, feel me?
So were these issues always there, or was there a time where you was carefree, happy, everything was great?
I think the first time I ever got it, I went to the I had got a ball spot in the back of my head. It was like this big.
Okay.
From stress?
So I went, it's before the Thurman fight. So I go to the dermatologist. I'm like, damn, I'm going bald.
Right.
The first question she asked me, she's like, did you lose your job? Are you in financial stress?
Right.
Are you this? Are you that? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no, I got money. I'm about to have the biggest fight of my life.
Right.
Everything was good.
Right.
And she was like, you develop something called alopecia. When your body goes under a lot of stress, it attacks your immune system. It attacks like your scalp
Right.
and your hair. I'm like, oh shit. And that's when I realized, like, damn, I am going through stress, because sometimes I'll be there, but I just cannot be there. Like, we see how we talking right now, we all interacting.
Right.
It's like, y'all could be talking, I'll just be like, I'm not
Spaced
hearing
out.
y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and my brain was like spinning.
Wow.
And sometimes I'll be in the gym and I'll just be like, I remember one day I went to spar and I was in the studio and I'm just sitting there, right? And I just felt like the walls were closing in on me. Like, that shit was spinning.
Like an anxiety attack type thing?
It was like, and that shit was just coming in on me. Like the walls felt like they was coming in on me. Like it was about to like closing in on me. And then I remember my dad walked in. He was like, the sparring partner not coming today. And I was like, oh my God, there is a God. Because it's like.
You weren't ready to spar.
I had 12 rounds that day. And he was like, it just wasn't meant to be. I was like, you fucking right, it wasn't meant to be. I was in that bitch dizzy. Wow. And I just cannot snap out of that shit.
What did you do to get help from that moment on? Or did you even, or you just ignored it?
Well, I think at that time in my career, it was like, I was like at the peak of my career. I was a unified champion. I just kept defying the odds every time I was the underdog. Mm-hmm. I just think it was just a lot of pressure on me at that time. And going into another big fight, another unification fight, it was just a large amount of pressure on me.
Did your pops ever notice that, like maybe without you telling them? Like...
I never told nobody. The first time I ever told him I had depression is when one day I was driving home from the gym when I was fighting Spence. And I just started crying for no reason. And that's how he knew I was fucked up.
He was in the car with you?
Yeah, I just couldn't.
Came out of nowhere. He never knew, never suspected anything. Never asked you, Danny, you okay today? What's wrong?
Yeah, after that, he started asking me every day.
Yeah.
Because I remember when he told me, like, even when Al Haymon told me what I was getting paid for the Spence fight, I just started crying. And he was like, what the fuck you crying for? You making millions. Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I just felt emotional. Like, I was like high and low. There's no in between. Right. It was like, I was either like crying, sleeping, or just like quiet.
What was the lowest moment of your career?
I never, like, you talking about like mental?
Yeah.
I never thought about like taking my life and none of that shit. Right. I never went that low. Right. I know people like, yo, had like depression. I just felt like ending my life. I just felt like,
did any losses hit you like really hard or?
The first loss, the first joint, I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. Right. But the Porter fight loss too, like that hurt me too. I was crying about that too. Some days I'd be crying. Yeah. But the Spence fight, I was so like had so much depression that when I lost, I was just happy to get that shit over with.
Damn, bro.
I ain't even care. I was like, fuck it. I was just happy to get this shit over with.
Right. What about?
And then the Lara fight, I was out the ring for 2.5 years.
Right.
I was part of the weight class I wasn't supposed to be. I wasn't even into it. It was just hard for me to just get my mind back to that mentality where it's like, to get back to that level of being a champion because I was out the ring too long. If I had one fight in between that and my mind was in the game, I think it would have been a different outcome, you know, a better fight. You know, I maybe would have won, maybe would have lost, but not like that. But that's when my dad was like, you know what, fuck it, your life ain't worth no amount of money.
Right.
Beautiful.
You know?
Right.
And maybe, you know, that maybe saved my career. Who knows, I'll probably go out there and get seriously hurt and I can't fight no more.
You think once you officially retire from boxing, right, like officially hang it up, knowing you're never going back in the ring, maybe there'll be a weight lifted off your shoulders where you don't have to think about, I'm fighting for my family, I'm fighting for people, and that pressure would be lifted?
It's going to be a good and a bad thing because it's like, that's all you know. It's like you love, no matter, I tell people this, you could make $1 million outside the ring. You could make $1 million out in a stock or selling a property, and that feels great.
Right.
But there's nothing like fighting for that money, man, and just getting that shit. Like the glory, the spotlight, you know, I think that's what people are gonna miss when they retire is like the glory of it, you know? It's like the passion, the glory, everything they got you've been fighting your whole life. And now it's like, you're not a fighter no more? It's like, what the fuck am I? I'm not an investor.
That's what you're going
Well, I am right now. But it's like,
it's not
that
like
too. But that, I ain't gonna lie, that too, like, that took away my hunger a little bit too. When I started making money outside the ring. When I proved to myself I could just sit home and make $1 million doing nothing.
Right.
And just watch that shit go up. I was like, why are you gonna go over there and risk your life for $1 million?
So you lost the hunger.
I wouldn't say I lost the hunger of boxing, but I looked at it different.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
Right.
Because in boxing, this is all you had to just fight. You know, you can't. The only way you stay in this game is you stay hungry and boxing is all you have. The moment you realize you can do other things, like I know so many great fighters who have one foot in, one foot out, like they be selling drugs or you know things like that, and they never made it to the big leagues or anything because they knew if they lost that they still can do that.
They can fall back on it.
Yeah, whatever they could do, you know.
That's nothing to fall back on.
It's not, but it's one foot in, one foot out.
Right.
And that's in boxing you can't think like that. You gotta think this is it.
Right.
Whatever over there, I can't do none of that. I gotta just focus on boxing 100% because in order for me to be a champion, I have to have both of my feet in the game. Right. I can't be like, oh, if I lose, okay, I got that.
Right. What's scary about this is that even guys that have 9 to 5s that go to work, you know, making not millions, but making decent money, they feel like that's their purpose. That's their identity. And when you ask a guy, well, about themselves, the first thing they say is their work. what they do. And then when you're doing something so great, so grand, making millions of dollars and the whole world knows you, that becomes your identity, which is a little scary. So when you retire, who are you? Like you said, am I this, am I that? I just know that if God created you, because God is the one who can get you out of anxiety.
Right.
You know, my brother sometimes suffers from anxiety, and he's asking for prayer because he knows that's what happens. And he goes down and he prays. And
that means you're a worrier, that's why.
You know
be worrying too much.
Definitely. And praying has helped him, you know what I mean? And I feel like if God created you, he gave you purpose. And the way you find out your purpose is to try your best to get closer to God. Right. And your anxiety can subside.
I feel like that's definitely true. Like your spirituality. I noticed like a lot of people were happy even in marriages and stuff. It's because like they like got a deep connection with like God or spirituality.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so it was like
absolutely
like that's like the foundation. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Do you feel like outside of relationship with God, which is, you know, the most important, what about your identity as a father, right? Like, and watching your children grow and reach their dreams. I mean, that's purpose.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, one of my kids became a world champion. Shit, I die happy.
Right.
Like, I would love one of my kids to fight and be successful. That's like a dream of mine now.
So you would allow
like, I want to feel how my dad felt to see somebody become a star.
Wow.
Like, you know, you love somebody and they become a star. Like, I want to feel that shit. Right. You know what I mean? So I want one of my kids to be like that, and that should make me happy.
So you'll be okay with your son fighting?
Hell yeah.
That's different than a lot of fighters, right?
That's true.
Because you can teach him that.
Right.
You can teach your son how to fight. You can teach him how to manipulate the game. You can teach him how to do this and that.
Stuff you learn.
Yeah, so why would you tell him to go be something else? You can't teach him nothing.
What about your father? Would he be okay with his grandson being a fighter?
Oh, he shit. That's all he cared about is boxing. Shit, I think boxing the only thing keeping him alive. I mean, I gotta fight till I die now. I gotta keep old head alive, man. Damn. He love this shit too much, man. I'm in this bitch broken arm, look, broken rib.
But my dad's alive.
He's smiling like a motherfucker. I'm like, he love this shit. This guy's sick, man.
So Pops be like, Daddy, you still got another one in you.
He be like, you could do 10 more. I'm like, 10 more? Damn.
You want me to live, right?
All right, fuck it, let's do it. I got you.
Well, on that note, are we gonna see Danny back in the ring?
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
Really? At 154?
Yeah, 154. Hopefully I could promote my own next fight though.
Okay.
That's a dream of mine.
That's the goal.
Yeah, the goal is to promote
so we can
my own.
start talking about it.
But is it a fight where, is it like a farewell fight? Do you want to have like a one last hurrah? Or do you want a big name fight?
You made that
That's a
mistake
good
already.
question.
You made that mistake already with the 2 years.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a good point.
I'm not
That's
gonna
a
do
good
it.
point.
I'm not. It's not gonna be. Well, it's gonna be a big fight because I'm fighting, but
Right.
it's not gonna
be
fight.
at 160 though.
No. It's not gonna be. It's probably gonna be somebody I go in there, you know, and just do my thing and shine real quick. Oh, he's back.
Little showcase fight.
He's back.
But that might trigger.
He's back, Danny Garcia. You know how the game is.
Yeah, but that might trigger another fight.
Right, huh?
It might trigger somebody to say, wait, Danny can fight Vergil Ortiz or somebody else at 154.
Yeah, I mean, that's the case. Yeah, though. I'm open for all talks.
You ready for all the smoke?
Yeah. I'm ready for one more big fight, big payday. I'm a fighter. That's what I do.
Fighting for your family. As a dad, when you with your kids and people were like, oh, Danny Garcia. How does that make you feel?
Oh, my daughter, she be like, Philly, she just be like, she don't be understanding sometimes. But I think she's starting to understand now.
Does she know who you are?
Yeah,
like
she knows, but I'm just her dad. She be cursing me out. I'm like, shut up, Dad. Like, go get that. All right, I got you. She be bossing me around. So when people come up to me, she like.
Was she at your last fight?
Yeah, she was there.
What was her reaction to it?
I think she was crying, right? She was crying.
She was crying?
She was crying, yeah.
Did she say anything to you?
She didn't say nothing. She was just crying, but that was pretty much it.
But do you like console her like, oh, Daddy's gonna be all right, I'm good?
I just told him we good. Don't worry about this. We good. I'm alive.
Amazing.
You feel me?
It's
a part of life.
Right.
As prideful men,
you win
we
some,
can't
you
even
lose
take
some.
private losses in front of a couple of people. And if you take a loss, that's why boxers are so strong. You take a loss in front of the whole world. I don't know how they don't go into depression without God. That's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you lose, like you can lose your job, right? Nobody gonna care. Nobody gonna know. But a fight you lose to the world, now you a meme. Everybody talking, you talking. But me, I don't care about none of that shit.
You don't care about the internet talking like that.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You can say what you want about me.
If Ryan Garcia called you and asked you, Danny, how did you deal with this? Like, what advice would you give like a Ryan Garcia if he needed some help? for
You know,
mental
I just
health?
need to, first you gotta understand like what's making you feel that way. You know what I mean? Everybody has to have a reason why they feel that way. And then I just see how he feels, you know, like, and then just try to give him advice from like whatever he feels, whatever the situation is. Yeah.
Right.
Well, look, you might have took your last fight, you didn't get the dub, but you won at life. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, winner at life. I actually dropped some merch and say that in the back. Winner at life. Winner in life.
Really.
Yeah, say winner in life.
I guess I'm looking forward to seeing you another big fight in you.
Yeah,
man. I think you got it in you.
I got a lot of fight left in me. I do. I really do. I just feel like if you judge off my last fight, you probably say no. Right. But the circumstances were different. Like I'm out there ring 28 months. I'm at the weight class higher. I was trying to make history. I really wasn't into it. That's what I'm saying. If I get a fight just to get me back in the game, promote my own fight, I'm back in the mix. I'm back in being a fighter mood. I'm not thinking about other stuff. Then we get back in there and do another big fight. My mind's focused. I'm locked in for boxing.
We will be there front center.
That's a fact.
Appreciate it.
That's
Thank
a fact.
you, man.
Love.
Danny Garcia.
Yes, sir.